Now I got a drop frame warning from our broadcaster. Said that we drop frames also, so it could have been an internet glitch. Are we still live, sir?
My video is just now starting to come back.
When you feel good, no one is immune. With antioxidants, electrolytes, and B.
But yeah, it's just like I thought with Matt warping out right before the start-finish line. He is 31 seconds behind the leader. He's on the tail end of the lead lap now.
And that's what happens, folks, when we have these kind of issues. It's a warp issue, and it gets scored only across the line. Your car is scored just as it crosses the line. So he warped out as it's crossing the line, so now he is a full lap behind the, well, almost a full lap behind the leader. So he's going to have a lot of work to do to get back up front. And if anybody can do it, for sure, it's going to be Mr. Matt Watkins. Now the 53 there, he's having a little bit of problems now. I'm watching his car here. I'm up front with the 53, and the 44 is going to get by.
There goes the 44, yep.
Going to get by him, and this is where those two tires are going to really start showing. You just really need to get 4 here at Darlington. It's too tough to tame with 4 tires under you. You need 6.
And that was about what you said. It took about 8 laps for the difference to show up there.
Right behind him, very patient tonight. Number 18 of Robert Boken, doing a great job, just hanging back. Pops Margison riding with him. Darlington, Dog, John Palmer doing a great job hanging with the boys.
And right behind John Palmer's where all the racing's happening. You got the 23, 30, 72, and 51. They were about a half a lap ago. They were all gangled.
I have live on screen.
Around.
Well, we have contact. It looks like we are going to stay green. We stay green.
Yes, we are.
I caught that right on camera. Well, good job, Ken, picking that up live on camera. We'll go back and watch that real quick.
Yeah, I lost my broadcast. I just had to refresh it.
It looks like the 23 gets tight up against the wall. He doesn't really get stuck into the wall, and he gets it loose, gets it sideways. The 30 sees an opening, and it closes.
Oh, we're crashing. 23 into the 72. The 23 got down on the apron. It shot him straight up back onto the track, right into the outside car.
It looks like you're right. He's sideways. Oh, got up into the 72 hard and into Jabe Jandry also. Hard into the inside wall. Are we still green? We talked about this earlier. We are still green, ladies and gentlemen. We had talked about this earlier, how a wreck on the front straightaway with all kinds of cars and smoke will keep this race green. You have to make a major wreck for this thing to go into a caution. And the 23 is very torn up, Ken.
I saw the back end's crinkled up pretty good on that one. Plus he's got side damage, and I would imagine probably some sort of motor damage along with that.
Yeah, he's shortened up a bit there, Ken. The Freightliner's shortened up a bit. And he's loose soon. He's going to get it loose again. It's going to be aero loose. Very, very difficult to control now until he gets it in the pits and at least gets a little bit of work on it.
And you know, while all that was taking place, we got the 99 in first place, 53 in second, 18 in third, and 44 go back to fourth.
Let's see how Pops took the lead, because I had seen the 44 was there. I
don't know.
Again, came up on PG. Again, sorry about the camera work, folks. Are we live again, Ken?
Yes, you are. I just had to refresh my screen. It went blank on me.
That could very well have been my internet connection. But it seemed to go down the same time that Matt Watkins disappeared from my screen.
Well, I took notice your TeamSpeak was a little muffled, like it was lagging whenever it gets a little spike too.
Internet's not quite perfect yet, is it?
It isn't. I guess we can blame Al Gore for that. He's the inventor of the internet, correct?
Yes, he is. Explain now. I'll just like to blame Al for... Never mind. No politics here at FSB Racing. We try to keep it that way. Keep it clean for the ladies and gentlemen. And make you want to come back again.
I'm on the 23 car. He's struggling big time. He just came out of the pits here. Or I guess he's going back in the pits. Maybe he's going to call it quits with that loose car. I'm not sure. Or get it fixed. Well, now we got the 18 in the lead.
Yeah, I do see I have 23 coming down the pit road. You see the 18's taking the lead. All kinds of action all over the track here as we do stay green. 32 laps out of 147.
I think Robert claims that he hates this track. He's sort of like you. He doesn't like it.
Here we go. Finally got back on Robert's car. I want to thank Apple Collision, of course, for sponsoring the series. Again, here in 2015, we sponsored last season. Great series, lots of cars. Lots of cars usually. We didn't get the greatest turnout. I think we started 21 cars here tonight, Ken. Not the greatest turnout for Darlington, but like it's a tough track, and a lot of people decided they'd rather just probably stay at home and watch it on TV.
Yeah, it is a tough track, and of course most of my teammates aren't even here tonight. So you made the comment last week I have a lot of teammates. Well, I have one out there, and that's the 30 car tonight. So
that 30 car, how impressive is he, huh? He's been flying. He won the Daytona 500 last week. We had the full 500 here at FSB, and it's the inaugural one, first one we ever had, and what a great job by Mike Guidry to pull that off and win a great race. What a great time to be able to say you won the very first 500 somewhere like FSB. I think that's great. It's a great title to have.
It looks like Pops is starting to reel in the 18. Maybe he wants to lead back now.
I'll tell you what, I got this on my camera, and I'm watching as Pops Margison has just been so strong lately. It's just great to see, and they catch the 72, and 72 does a great thing and lets them go by, and even gets up in the wall a little bit to get the 99 plenty of room. Good move by the 72, very sportsmanlike. Great
Mark
sportsmanship in all the league.
Yep, Mark Fravers is chugging along there in third. He's almost 2.5 seconds back, but track position's everything. We don't get a lot of cautions here, so you know.
And behind him, who's that guy doing on 2 tires here?
Yep, TG's hanging in there strong on 2 tires. He's about 4.5 seconds back, but you know, there he sits in 4th place, and green flag stops. He's got at least 2 freshies on his one side there, so if he can stay and pit with the leaders, it should work out okay for him.
Behind him, Doug Palmer's doing a great job staying up there tonight, and that Mike Guidry's starting to put the pressure on him, though.
Yeah, he's not one that likes to follow. I have a lot of teammates that don't like to follow, so I see him in my rearview mirror, I just wave him around.
What is it that makes this track so unique, Ken? It seems so narrow and fast to me. That's what gets me. Oh, the yellow flag is out. What do we got? Caution is out on the speedway on lap 38. Let's see if we shuffle through these cars and find out what happened.
I didn't see any. I saw a puff of smoke, but I'm not sure where it came from.
I have it on my camera. It's the 26 and the 83. Got into it somewhere. It kind of looks like the 26 catches the 83, gets down, gets a kind of a run on the inside, and something happens with the 26. He looks like the car just jerked right and then left. I don't know what happens there, but if you check the 26 out, you'll see Quite a move by him. I don't know exactly what happened there, but it looks like the car just plain jerked right. See this again at full speed. And he tried to pull it back down in a heartbeat.
Well, I think he might have. He didn't catch the apron, but he was down against it, and I think maybe he just might have come up because he didn't want to hit it and wound up misjudging it and getting into the side of the 83.
Yep, Ken, I'm going to agree with that. I think it looked like he saw the line coming, and that line is very much where the banking stops. And if you don't hit above that line going into if your trajectory is not right, you can find yourself in a lot of trouble there. And I think he tried to correct and come back up just a little bit and got into the 83 at the same time. So tough luck for Bill Martino. I don't know how badly Bill did retire. I don't know how badly the 83 is right now.
His back end is smashed in very bad.
Yeah, I'm on him now. It doesn't look like it's too good. And we do have the field here, and looks like the 18 has caught many cars, and the 18 is behind a bunch of cars who did catch the pace car. So it's going to be interesting to see who pits here and who doesn't.
Well, the thing for the guys in front of the 18, like Matt Watkins and that puts them back on. They'll be back on the lead lap because they were out in front of the leader at that point, so they get a lap back. I think Guy Petra was back there too, so he'll get his lap back.
How's our broadcast doing there, Mr. Rahn?
Looks like it's holding up just steady.
Terrific.
So now, no matter what position you're in here, if you're on the lead lap, you've got to get 4 fresh tires and fill the tank up with some Sunoco fuel and head back out there and see who wins the race off pit road.
Well, haven't they been down pit road already?
Maybe while I was rewinding.
Yeah, I think we missed pit road, folks, because I think the lappers just went in a little bit ago. So the lineup is the 18, the 99, and I got to remember to get to that pit road action. That's just as good as the watching the replays of the wrecks. I can always get back to the wrecks, but we want to keep an eye on that live. I'll try to get better at that, Ken, because we want to keep an eye on the pits. Pit races are just as fun as the actual racing here at FSB, and we'll make sure we catch it live. There's that Robert Bokum. He's just killer fast. I mean, this guy, everywhere he goes, he's even fast on road courses now. He was determined to get better on road courses, and he's quite impressive now.
Hey, wake up!
On them.
Well, and they're perfect example. I mean, TG's strategy worked out just fine, taking the 2 tires. He was able to get up front, run up there, and stay in 4th place. Caution comes out, pit, he's still right there. So I won't say he got lucky. It was just pit strategy and trying to get some track position. So now he's up front, ready to go.
And the lights out on the pace car, and we got that. Why don't you take us through the running order here real quick first, Ken, so I can manipulate these cameras.
Alright, well, we got the 18 car, Robert Bokum, up front, followed by 99 Bob's Marcus, 44 Mark Favorite, 53 of TG Reese, and I lost my track. Then we got that 30 car, Mike Guidry, up in 5th, followed by the 07 of Ken Saska, our sitting in 7th, followed by 29 of Jeff Hale. And there's that Matt Watkins guy with his lap back sitting in 9th, and also getting his lap back in 10th is Guy Petra.
Good job by him.
Back, yes, and falling back to 11th now is John Palmer. And I'm surprised in 12th, the 59 car, the smashed in back end's hanging in there at 12th spot. And then Dave Jandry, we saw him get some damage earlier, but he's still out there running. He's in 13th, followed by Steve Weber. And then we have the lap down cars and the retirees.
It looks like Ked Hansen's going to try to get his lap back. And there's a name we haven't called tonight yet, the number 43 of Rick Castone. Great rookie driver, FSB driver here at FSB. He's what a driver. He's just turned out to be a heck of a story.
Doug said last week he showed up at your short track series, was a little off the pace, found something out, and now he's up there contending for top fives and wins. So he's doing everything right. Has a couple of wins this year already, so he's out there looking good.
And Robert and Pops head out into the lead.
A little bit of gap between Mike Guidry and Ken Soska. Might get broken up into two little groups here. There goes Matt Watkins, almost taking it 3 wide down the front stretch. I think he's happy to have his lap back. He's trying to make a charge to the front now.
I don't expect the 15 to be holding that much right about now. You still got 100 laps left in this race, and long way to go.
I'm just paging back through. Jeff Hale and Dave Jandry are lined up now, and they got the 83 behind them. So sort of just look like they're biding time yet. They know there's 100 laps left, and you've got at least probably 3 pit stops without any cautions. So play a little fuel and tire strategy and pit at the right time, and you find yourself up front.
Well, the teammates there you're talking about, the 51 and 29, right?
Correct.
Those guys finished in strategy too. I've been privileged to be able to be in their channel a couple times during a race, and these guys, they're very serious about the racing program. They're tough competitors. Like that, and great personalities, both of them.
Starting to get a little racier up front. They're tightening up in there. Mike Guidry's right up on the back end, trying to take a peek at Mark Favorite there in third. TG pulls down, lets Matt Watkins go by. So now you got the 15 from a lap down in the 5th. Robert Bokum's still out in front with Pops behind him. And still got that 30 car trying to make a move on Mark Favorite in the 44. Apparently he's not happy in 4th, he wants 3rd place. My broadcast partner muted his mic by accident again.
No, actually, I don't want to take him a break here, playing with the cameras and trying to get used to the camera work of this track. Not my favorite camera set, because I do got a lot of speed shot cameras here. And trying to get off them, actually. Keep continuous action. Ooh, Pop's looking inside of the 18.
They're starting to get racy up here. I mean, like I said, you got the 30 car looking every lap underneath the 44, and he's probably looking in his mirror and sees Matt Watkins and says, I got to get around him, or Matt's going to go around me. So if you want to keep the cameras on the lead pack there, Sam, I'm going to page back through and see if we have some guys jockeying for position further back.
It's heading for it, Ken. I was actually muted my microphone so I could have a cookie. Need some energy.
Well, it looks like for the most part they're just lined up, content to ride. It looks like Matt Watkins did get around Mike Guidry. Now he's looking at the inside. Mike Favorite, or Mark Favorite. He wants around.
Ken got a nice message from Troy. No, he said we're doing a great job in the broadcast. Thanks, Troy. T-Roy. Chicken man. There's something about barbecue chicken. Not quite sure what the deal is there, but caution is out on the speed lane on lap 51. It looks like Kevin Hansen will get his lap back. Good job by Ken to stay out front and get his lap back. Really race around and catch everybody up on the next lap. Okay, if you can scroll through and find that. I'm going to stay live on the leaders so we see what happens down pit road. Like they're all pretty much duck into the pits. You should expect that at this point. Robert Boken will lead him in. 99 of Jim Margeson. And the 44 of Mark Fraver doing a great job, as we said earlier. Pro quality driver now for sure. Worked himself up from an applicant all the way up to pro driver.
Okay, looks like I found it, Sammy. We had the 23 car spin coming down the backstretch there. I'm going to rewind it and see if he had a little help or if it just went around on his own.
You know, we had all that damage on that car, and I told you, you know that when these cars get damage here, they tend to get really loose. And I'm sure it was a handful of trying to keep it straight. And we have the 5 leaders in the pits, and pretty much they're the 5 guys that have been dominating my camera for the past 30 minutes or so. Lap 52 of 147, and Guy Petra, probably 2 tires, comes out in front of everybody. Good job by Guy. Sorry about the mic hit there. And Guy Petra will probably come out as your leader when this is all said and done. I would have guessed that it's probably only 2 tires by Guy, but Guy can play that tire strategy. He's very, very good at it now. This will get him back up front and quick yellow within 8 to 10 laps, and Guy needs right back in the mix of things here.
Yep, I went back and looked at it, Sammy. It looks like the 23 came off at turn 2. It started to drift up. You know how your car wants to push coming out of the corner. It was going up just to touch. I was going to go into the outside wall. Pulled it down away from the wall, and the back end just went around from him. He went spinning down the back stretch. So that was our caution.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, was that you disconnected? Who was that? Jim?
That was Jim, yeah.
Hey, wake up.
And looking at the scanner, it looks like the 18 and the 99 both got an end of longest line. Speeding on pit road penalty.
Yeah, that 23 just kind of whipped around on its own, didn't it? Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah, he did. So now we'll get to watch Pops and Robert work their way back up through the field.
Let's see if the 72, the 83, probably all lapped down here. There should be pitting around this time. Look at all the banking here on my camera. It's got that pace car doing a crab walk. Cars are kind of going sideways, going down the banking here. I think T. Roy is a Guy Petra fan. I just got another message from him. Go gooey. Gooey. Is it gooey or gooey? Gooey.
I never quite understood
Gooey is very
that.
Italian. Gooey. Guido.
But it's a family show, so I'll keep my comment to myself.
Good job, like I said before. Guy's strategy here is probably going to pay off. I'm not quite sure what the 72 and the 83 are doing. Now, my race cast here is showing that the 72 is a lap down, but the 83 is actually our leader currently with the 151 in second place. I don't know if the 83 wants to stay out there with his damage. Maybe he does. Nope, there goes the 83. He's going to pit now. So the 72 does remain out, and he'll probably go ahead and stay there for the green flag, Ken.
Probably. I think he's well, I'm showing him a minute 48, like he's on the tail end of the lead lap, maybe.
Sure is.
But
Sure. So The 83 did duck in, so that will make the 151 our leader. 44 is in second place. The 30, the 53, the 83, the 15 of Matt Watkins, the 07 doing a great job, Ken Soska. And then the Chevy Impala of Jeff Hale, shown in 8th place, along with Ed Finley doing a great job, our riding for tonight in 9th, and 51 with Dave Chandry currently in 10th. We'll be taking the green flag on lap 55. About 90 or so more laps to go.
Well, since I was rewinding, I didn't get to see the pits, but I know you said Guy Peter took 2. I don't know if anybody else took 2 or not, but this seems weird that Matt Watkins would fall down to 6th in the pits, although he'll be in 5th.
Yeah, it should be 5th. I think it just happened to time out that the 83 was going down pit road at that time. So it'll be 5th place for Matt Watkins. Not quite sure what happened there. Not the best reporting by me on pit road there, obviously. I thought I was very impressed with the 151 coming out there and doing a great job beating the 44 and the 30 out of the pits. Let's see if that 72 can stay ahead of the 151. Like you said, he has 2 tires. And then behind him, we've got the 44, who has probably, who knows? I don't know, Ken. I don't know how many tires these guys got.
I don't know. I'm at the back of the pack since Robert and Pop's got to end along this line. I'm just gonna watch them. I'll let you know if anything weird happens back here. They've got a lot of cars to get through.
And the flag is back out. No passing to the back straight rule is in effect for all FSB events, and so nobody should be making a move until we get straightened down in the back straightaway. This keeps us from causing too much havoc. We can be anxious. Not race car drivers being anxious in any way, shape, or form ever happen. Never happen. And 72. Oh, so close against the wall. Gets it loose sideways. 151 checks up. We have a 3-way battle now, almost going into turn 1. And the 151 is battling to stay up front there. Good job by him. And everybody to get around that melee. Pretty racy for lap 56 of a 150 lap race, 147 lap race. Get the camera back on that Watkins. We have the 72 into the wall, and we got some control. The 44 gets a little bit loose down into the inside. Caution ring is not out.
No caution.
3 flags stays out.
Well, that's odd with the guy down low like that and one up high into the wall. You don't get a caution.
Yeah, usually something like that will bring out a caution here. Here it's mostly if you lose it and you spin to the inside, hit the wall, you could have 3 or 4 of them wrecking down there and it won't bring out the caution. But usually wall hits will get it. So the 151 is going to stay our leader with the 115 of Matt Watkins, who got his lap back. It wouldn't be long. And that Mike Guidry coming back. This guy is so strong with you. Your teammate Voodoo Motorsports, and 151 of Ken of Guy Petrie just let the Matt Watkins go there.
Hey, wake up!
Good job by him.
Yeah, I'm just watching Pops and Robert back here. It's a slow go getting to the front. A lot of cars to get through. Just taking their time. Not forcing the issue with anybody. I mean, right now looks like Robert's in 11th. Behind John Palmer and another whole gaggle of cars in front of them, so
yeah, Nick was riding in 5th place.
oh, and Pops just did a Darlington stripe, came off the wall and got it going again, so no caution.
I don't see too much damage on his car, Ken. It looks like Pops will be alright here. Keeps it going.
Mike Guidry just moved around the 151. He's up in the 2nd place now.
Hunting down that Matt Watkins.
So I guess looks like guys' 2 tires are starting to catch up to him.
Yeah.
TG Reese's TG's now starting to close in on him. Probably within the next lap or so, he'll get around him.
Yeah, and you had to expect that. With 2 tires, just doesn't work very well here. But it's great strategy when you have when you expect maybe you might get a caution, or not expect, hope for a caution within 8 to 10 laps, and then you get some position. And he's still doing fine. He's up there. Probably gained about 10 spots when he took those 2 tires.
And Jeff Hale just moved around the 53 car. He's now in 4th spot, so he's tracking down Guy Peacher now. TG just sort of moved over and let him go.
Now, Guy Peacher's fan club there just went to go get some chicken. So he just texted me, so, chicken's done, I'll be back. The goo you'll have to do without his spotter for a minute.
And looks like Mark Fravert's starting to struggle a little bit. I see him falling back through the field. I know you mentioned he got a little loose into the inside on the front stretch, and looks like he's starting to fall into the clutches of Ken Soska and Dave Jandry.
And there's that 18. I wonder what happened with the 18. He's falling back quite a bit here. I wonder if he's gotten some damage.
No. He started at the end of the longest line. He had a black flag on the pit stop.
Oh, that's very rare for the 18. Now, you might have mentioned that and I didn't hear it. Not picking up everything tonight. But the 18 does successfully get by the 51 near Dave Jandry. Gaggle of cars here, led by the 44 of Mark Favorite. Coming up on the 9, doing a great job, Ken Hansen. Staying low and giving everybody here some room. Classy move.
That 30 car is really starting to put the pressure on the 15. He wants a round.
I'll put a camera back up front here, and guess who's in the mix there? That 29. Jeff Hale. Can't expect Jeff's going to be out of it very long. We watched Jeff earlier, just taking it easy, riding along. Probably saving gas, had some gas strategy, and he's going to take it low now on the 30. Got a race for second. And the 30 does not look like he wants to give it up. They are battling through the corner. They're going to touch. They do touch.
Oh, touch.
And doesn't look like they got too much damage. The 30 does get it straightened out. This might have gotten away with just very little damage there, but it's very tricky to try to race in this corner. That's one of the things that I don't like about the track, is it's very hard to race too wide around the corner here. Either one of them. There's a high-speed corner and a slope and a low-speed corner, and both of them very, very difficult to pass on. You want to do your passing on a straightaway if you can, and good job by the crew to keep it straight, go off the wall, and didn't cause anybody else to get wrecked.
Most definitely you want to be close to the guy going through the corner and then get a better run than him coming out. And the best time to get him for me is coming out of the corner. I will rarely, I won't say I never did, but I would rarely go below somebody in turns 3 and 4 unless they're off the pace and moving up there to let me around. I just hate that corner too wide.
Well, now we have a battle up front here between that Toyota Camry, a 1988 Toyota Camry, versus a 1966/88 version of a Chevrolet Impala. What a weird mod, huh?
Quite the mixture there.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun with these mods. This mod is based on, the module is based on 1988 style Winston Cup Series cars. But all kinds of shapes of cars can be taking place here. Like I say, the 29 is a Chevy Impala. I'm not sure what year, but it's looking to me like a 65 or a 66. Chevy Impala body.
Well, one thing these long green flag runs are doing, it's really spreading the field out the whole way around this track.
Why don't we take us through the running order there, Ken, real quick?
Let me get my camera set up right here. I'm looking at a weird view here. Alright, looks like first place we have the 15 of Matt Watkins, followed close behind by the number 29 Jeff Hale. And then a little ways behind in third place you have the 30 of Mike Guidry. And then it looks like T.G. Reese is in hot pursuit of him in fourth place. The 151 of Guy Petra hanging in there with his 2 tires in fifth place. He's got about a second and a half lead on the number 18 of Robert Bokum. And then he's followed by the 07 of Ken Saska. Closely pursued by the number 51 Dave Jandry. And then just about a second behind that you have the 44 of Mark Fravert. And then rounding out the top 10, number 80 and our sitting admin, Ed Finlay. 11th place we have Pops Margerson. After he had a little bit of damage on the wall there, I think might have slowed him up a bit. 12th place we have John the Dog Palmer. 13th with that crinkled up 83 car, Steve Weber. 14th the 72 of Mike Pruitt, 2 laps down. And looks like the 59 car is retired, so he'll be falling down. So that'll put it'll put Ken Hansen in the 9 car up to 15th, and the 43 of Rick Bosconer in 16th. And the rest of the field's all retired, so that's all the cars we have running at the time.
Thanks, Ken. Trying to get you guys to see the on camera the car as Ken's reading them out, so I can't quite do both at the same time. That's why I like Ken to go through the running order so you can see who we're talking about. Give these guys a little shout out. Give me a little camera time. But that lead race, not lead race, the race for the lead up there between the 15 and the 29 still going on. So we're on lap 75 now, 147. So we're past halfway. Just past halfway.
And I didn't take notice what lap we pitted on, but that'll soon be getting at least midway through the run.
And I'm sorry, Ken, I remember I was talking to you earlier today about possibly setting it up with a couple of drivers to go ahead and get with them on a caution lap and see if we can get some in-car wraps with these drivers, but I didn't set it up with anybody, so I don't know if we want to startle anybody. If I was to startle anybody, it might be that Matt Watkins.
There you go.
We might pop in on Matt and if we get a caution and say hello to him. See how that the camera's running. It looks like it's running pretty strong to me, though. It's in command of the race. Ken, I learned a little something by a guy that drove a number 15 modified, for instance, in New York. And that 15 driver's guy named Wayne Anderson, and Wayne often said you only lead as much as you need to. So looks like they might be just doing just that. You don't have to burn it up. Just lead as much as you need to.
Looks like the 30 of Mike Guidry starting to fall back a little bit. T.G. Reese, Robert Bokum, that guy Peter all got around him. He's fallen back to sixth spot now.
Well, Ken, how about fatigue? Does that play into this? This is a lot of laps. We've been a lot of laps green here. A very tough track where you're manhandling this wheel all the time. You just can't let your wheel go here and give yourself a break. You're always on the wheel. You're always coming up on drivers and cars coming up on you. So how does fatigue play into this?
For me personally, it doesn't bother me at all. Oddly enough, where I get tired or sleepy is going around on caution laps. I'd much rather run 180 laps full pace green around here than I would having to do pace laps. So for me, it doesn't really affect too much. Not as much as the arms, as more my feet working the gas and the brake. That'll wear my legs and feet out long before it will my hands on the steering wheel.
What kind of wheel do you use, Ken?
I now have a TSW wheel.
Tell the folks out there about what that costs.
Well, it's 15 years old, and I think whenever I bought it, it was close to 500 bucks.
They're very, very expensive TSWs.
I started out the year with the G27 and decided to swap it out and give this one a try again.
He's claiming you've been having better luck.
A lot better, yeah. Can't fail to mention I got my first short track win of the season this week.
That is, you know what? Congrats on that, by the way, Ken.
Well, I think that was all because of a server blurb, but I'll take it.
Well, I do remember there was a multicolored car behind you, number 98, with a big old Predator on the hood barreling down on you for that race. It might have been interesting.
Well, and right behind that car was the 99 car of Jim Margerson, too. So, either way, I think I was had.
It was a fun race.
Looks like Matt's starting to distance himself a little bit.
And right now, about in this far into a run, these tires are really getting bad, Ken. And this is where you really are manhandling the car. You're not going nearly as fast. You're almost 2 seconds off the pace that you were when you started the run. And right now, it's a matter of who can hold the car into ice better. And you see the 15 catches the 72 very, very quickly here.
I thought I saw the 72 going on pit road, so he may have just been coming out and not quite up to speed yet. But yeah, with those worn tires, becomes a bigger and bigger issue coming out of turn 3 and just having that rear end snap out and kick you towards the inside wall. So that's another thing we're gonna have to watch for.
Surprisingly, we were talking about the two-tire stop of the 151 before, and he's only 10 seconds behind our leader, and he's in 5th place, solid 5th place. Oh, we had a bunch of smoke there. I don't know what happened. It looks like the caution is out. Caution's out. So we can find that. Ken, I'm going to stay with the leaders until after pit stops, and then we'll see what this caution was for. And you can tell us, I'm sure. And pit stops now being very, very important. As we're winding down to within one or two pit stops. So I'd say there's one more pit stop after this one they'll have to make. Getting about 40 laps on the run here. Matt Watkins picks up the pace car from turn 3 and has a 29 right behind him. These guys are going to duck down pit road. Now it looks like the 18 has to cut this pat.
All right, I found it, Sam. I'm just watching it right now.
Excuse my coughing.
It looks like it was a little bit of side-by-side racing, and the 07 got up, tapped the outside wall, and then came off and did a little pirouette.
We'll catch
Looks
up
like
and look at that replay in a minute. Matt Watkins hits his pit stall. Great stop by him. And then comes the other top 5. Looks like the 53 might have missed his stall a little bit, had to get it moved a little bit, and some goosing it sideways a little bit to get it done. But good job by, Matt Watkins in the 18 and the 29. The 18 gets out in front of the 29. Great stop by Robert Bokum to come out in 2nd place, beating the 29 out of the pit. Great battle there in pit road.
Yeah, that was in turns 3 and 4 then, Sam, the 07. The 83 got underneath him down the backstretch, and they went into that corner side by side, and those worn tires, you'll just slide right up into the wall and tapped the outside wall and got it off the wall, and back end just came around and spun.
Got it on my camera here. Yeah, that wall kind of just gets you, doesn't it? It'll get you sideways and Dog Palmer doing a great job missing him. Same thing with the 43. And he's sitting there by himself, and it looks like he doesn't collect anybody. This was a self-spin by the 07. That's what you saw, right, Ken?
Exactly, yes.
Good job for everybody to avoid the 07 and not get involved in that. Good job by the 07 to keep it off the wall. Not doing too much damage to that.
Yeah.
Pretty paint job, the Monster 07 of Ken Soska.
Another good thing about it, once he stopped and got stopped down the inside, he didn't gas it right away where he could have risked pulling up into somebody. He sat there, waited, made sure it was clear, and then took off again.
John the Dog Palmer out there. Thor Dog Chevy. Thor Dog is looks like he's out there to collect a point for leading the lap, and that's my guess. You know, dive down the lane, giving that Watkins back the lead. And like I said, the 18 got out in front of the 29 after that round of pit stops. Great job by Robert Bokum to just barely inching the 29 out at the line on pit road. So Ken, what's up for us in this series next week? You and I might decide right now whether we're going to be racing it.
You know, I haven't looked that far ahead because I'll be out in sunny San Diego and get out of this -20 wind chill factor. So I haven't looked that far ahead, to be honest with you.
To talk about that cold, I'm not used to it. We walked out the door yesterday morning and it was -3 and -10 with the wind chill factor. Up here in beautiful western North Carolina mountains, it's never been that cold for me here. I don't remember the last time I felt that temperature was when I grew up in New York, and I don't even remember it being that cold.
Well, it's the coldest it's been here for a long time too.
Global warming my butt.
Looks like we're at Michigan. Troy and all just poked me and said, "Welcome to Cali."
Who was that?
No, he poked me and going to welcome me to California. Of course, all the guys we have in California, I don't think any of them are close to San Diego.
Well, Fresno and all that ain't too far. You're not too far from Arizona. I don't know where Webb is. Not sure where T-Roy's from. No, he's got a barbecue.
Well, I'll just be happy to see what 65 degrees feels like again.
Pace car's off, and Matt Watkins will lead him around.
And Michigan.
That 18 is back in the picture.
Michigan is next week for you, Sam.
Well, you know what? I don't know, Ken. I might have to let you know. It's a short track. You know I'd be interested.
Troy Knoll just poked me and said Bernardo's close to San Diego.
That's right. I think he's L.A. Miss Greg. Hope everything's okay with him and makes it back. Picks up the broadcast again. Ken and I like doing this, but we just can't do it every week. A lot of fun to bring you these, and I will have these. This one tonight, hopefully, will be up. I know I got the wrong the wrong label up there. It says Kentucky, but I'll have this hopefully up on YouTube within an hour or so, an hour and a half after we're done with the broadcast tonight. Sometimes they hold a little viewing party either later that night or the next day. Some of these drivers get up here and make fun of us, right, Ken?
Oh, probably. I don't think they would tell us to our face, but I'm sure
they're having their fun.
It looks like everybody's staying single file here for a little while, huh?
Yes, sir. And I've got that camera on the 151 who's got 4 fresh tires on him now, and that strategy paid off for Guy Petra. Now he's back and forth, putting the pressure on the 29, and Guy is very, very fast here. This is his kind of track.
I can remember past races where I don't think he's run it quite so hard and tried to play the fuel mileage and tire thing, and it just seems like every now and then that bites him in the rear, so maybe he decided to change modes and go full out here tonight.
Great racing by the guys up front.
44's back up in the mix after falling back. It's up in the 6th again.
Now, it looks like he had a little bit of damage, but I can't never tell with his car whether that's damage or just that funky paint job he's got.
I hope he sells it soon and gets a new car.
I promised him I'd paint one up for him if he ever does. Great for demo derbies, though. Speaking of demolition derbies, only 4 months to go, Ken, for the next World Championship.
4 whole months.
4 whole months for the next World Championship online demolition derby. And guess who's our winner of the last one? That's right, it's Matt Watkins. Get a little sandbagging on that one. We're gonna call him out next time. Make sure he's not.
I only show up for that special jumping contest.
That was won by let me see, was it Derby Don? No, it was
Derby Don.
Derby Don or Guy Petra. Guy Petra won
the Kill the Boss. I
Kill the
think.
Boss award. Yep. Oh, the 29 is gonna be going around.
I was just gonna say we had a little separation between those top 4 or 5, and 6 through 10. We were starting to get a little separation there.
It looks like the 29 gets loose going into the turn. Arrow loose. Tries to woe it up and really doesn't manage to do it that well. He stays on the wall good. 151 does a great job, Guy Petra, just kind of riding with him and not. I would be surprised if Guy got any damage. Good job by Guy.
Looks like if he did anything, he just barely even tapped him. So yeah, he shouldn't have damage at all from that.
Okay, well you definitely come in here, right, Ken? I would.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I take tires here any chance I get under caution.
Great paint jobs here at FSB Racing. 15 is one of my favorites.
I just looked at that again. Looks like Guy could have some pretty good damage. He hit the right front of his car pretty hard into the wall.
A tough break for Guy. Running really well tonight. And they are coming down pit road, and the 15 will lead the way. And you watch this little battle here, because the 15 and the 18 are just about as good as it gets, and if either one of them makes any kind of mistake, only just a blink of an eye mistake, the other one's going to pay. Both stop perfectly into their stalls, and the 15 has a 44 in front of him. Good little gap though between the 15 and the 44. Looks like Matt will have enough room to get out, and you should see him cutting his wheel any second now, and there it is, and he will get out in the lead. Dog Palmer coming out in third. Good job by the dog. I bet you took 2 tires, but that wouldn't hurt it. That's a good strategy at this point. Why not? It seems to be paying off, actually.
It's worked for everybody that's done it so far.
So far, it's got you up there and got you 5 or 6 positions, and as long as you can hold on to it. And right now, you should have some fairly good left side tires. They didn't go very long on that last run, so good calculated. Gamble, or whatever there by the dog. 108.
See, I'm not sure if I don't think he has the broadcast on during the race, but I know he has family to watch, and wouldn't surprise me if one of them called up and said, hey, everybody's taking 2 tires and getting up front, why don't you try that once?
Wouldn't it hurt? And like I said, it does seem to be working. Work for Guy.
Yeah, it worked for Guy, it worked for TG, so it's keeping them up front and out of trouble.
Got my camera back on the 151. See if we can see any scratch marks along that car. Looks in pretty good shape. I don't know. I don't see any Cobra. Cobra doesn't look all scratched up on that thing. Shelby Cobra of Guy Petra. I hear tell that Guy actually has a real, honest to goodness Shelby Cobra in his garage. Is that true?
I've heard him talk of it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much he gets behind the wheel of it, but I know he likes to look at it.
It's quite impressive there. Certain things are not easy to come by. One of my favorite chilies of all time, Carroll Shelby chili. I still don't understand how you can get a Mustang and a Cobra together. I don't understand it, but that's okay.
Some things we aren't supposed to understand, Sam.
That's really what it's all about. Carroll Shelby's inside joke. But a heck of a car. I believe he makes, Carroll Shelby makes these special, I guess you could say, custom Mustangs.
I am not the biggest Ford fan in the world, but I do like his paint job.
Okay, it looks like we're going to get a restart at about lap 90. I'm sorry, lap 98.
Now you have the two usual culprits up front, the 15 of Matt Watkins and the 18th of Robert Bokum. And then it'll be interesting to see the battle between the 108 of John Palmer, 44 of Mark Fravert, and the 53 of T.G. Reese. Just see what happens there.
Well, about how many miles are we getting per tank for here, Ken? Miles, how many laps?
You know, I didn't look in this mod whenever I ran a couple of laps, but I'm almost thinking it was close to 36 in the other mods. At least it came out that way, but it drops off pretty quick. So I would say I wouldn't worry. 30 laps would be all the more I'd want to have to do on a run.
So we're well above that. We've got another 49 laps to go. So they definitely have another pit stop. And the 9's down low, below the 15. Looks like he's going to get another shot to get another lap back. And at this point of the race, I don't know if Ken wants to mess around too much with these guys. Earlier, maybe. I don't know. Well, you know, you still have 50 laps. There's only 2/3 of the race done, so another third to go.
Well, I don't know. I think the other restarts, he's just been down there and just sort of fell back because I know, I think Rick's car is a little damaged too, and he's the one lined up behind Ken, and they just sort of line up there and then just sort of drift back, I believe. Nice clean start by everybody there. I see my teammate in the 30 car is working his way back up again after getting into the wall. So, oh, and there he goes underneath Ken Soska right now.
And green flag still out. Looks like we had somebody spinning a 360. It might have been the 80.
It looks the 30 disappeared from my screen. I had them on because they were actually battling for position, so it may have been the 30 car that spun.
Looks like the 30 and the 80. 30 really didn't get spun. The 80 did a 360, came around and kept going, and they still were under green flag. So.
Well, good news for my teammate then. Oh, he got into the back of the 30 and wound up spinning. That's what happened to Ed. I think 30 may have gotten a little loose, checked up a little bit, and Ed got into the back of him and wound up spinning.
I just saw the 18 get into the wall down the front straightaway. I don't know what he's doing. Hit the wall pretty hard there. John the Dog Palmer in third place, hanging pretty good with those 3 tires. So, 3 tires. I'm running tired there, Ken. With those 2 tires, right? Yeah, those 3 tire stops will kill you, Ken.
Well, they will, because that 4th one's gonna kill you for sure.
Oh Lord.
Well, now didn't I tell you?
I'm not a professional broadcaster, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, how many viewers we got? Let me check the quick view. Let me see how many good. It's gonna take a quick second, and we're gonna jump out of camera here and be right back.
All right. Well, I did tell you before the race started that it didn't matter if you were Matt Watkins, Robert Bolcom, John Palmer, or who, you were going to have a Darlington strike before it was over with.
And Palmer lets Mark Favorite go. Middle of the turn. Great job letting him go there. You know, the 151 says, I want some, give me some room.
That seems to be the way it goes. You can hang with the leaders for about the first 6, 7, 8 laps, and then after that you're going to lose a few spots, but I guess the tires all even out, and then most guys have been able to hang in the top 5 or 6 even with the 2 tires after we get 10 laps on the under green here, so I don't look for Palmer to fall back much further than he is right now.
Doing a great job of keeping up as it is now. And you would have never suspected that would be the case here.
Hey, wake up.
No, it's a demanding enough track whenever you can shift or use your 2 feet for the gas and the brakes here, but he's got to do everything with the hands, so he's doing a fine job here.
John Palmer. Oh, the caution's out. Just as I mentioned, John Palmer, one of our drivers with say different abilities here, and makes the most of his situation. He's in a wheelchair, but he drives like everybody else. He's a wonderful personality and a great driver. And his different abilities has not affected his driving abilities whatsoever. In fact, probably he's a much better driver now than he ever thought he would be. What'd you find?
Well, and he has a special TSW wheel that they designed especially for people that can't use their feet to drive. They have all the hand controls right there for him. I've never seen a picture of it, but I have a TSW and my shifter is right up beside my steering wheel. I can just reach my pinky out and shift. It's just a straight shift down for up a gear, and if I need to downshift, I just push it forward. So he's got the special TSW wheel, which I think is really helping him out.
Well, it looks like that 18 really wants a piece of the 15 of this pit stop. So what do you think? We might see some 2-tire stops here. They only won about 8 laps on that last run. I think we're going to see some more of those 2-tire stops, but you can actually go just about the whole distance here from this stop on, so I might want to take the 4. We'll see what that 18's going to do. Might just come out.
All right, and I got your caution for you, Sam. It was the 07, got a little loose getting into turn 3, and the back end came around, and then he got nailed by one other car. I'm not sure which one it was. It might have been the 83 of Steve Weber.
Well, that might have really paid off for Dog Palmer, who's probably got 4 tires there, and good job by him. And again, those 2-tire stops seem to have been paying off. And you calling the 07 on that? Let me go back and take a look at that replay.
Yeah, he got loose, spun into the outside wall, and then Steve Weber got the front quarter panel of him then.
Tough break then for the 07. I'm going to move my camera and see what happens here. Looks like lap 105, the 51's catching up to him. arrow loose going into the turn, and Weber with nowhere to go gives him a big hit. Sends him spinning down towards the infield, and I think that's going to be it for the 07. It looks like he's pretty toast. They'll end up retiring after that, I think. Yeah, he did retire.
Well, Steve Weber had a little damage before. His back end's crinkled up. Looked like somebody hit him with a can opener on the back end. So now he has a front end to match, maybe.
Well, you never know. It might help him at this point. Looks like the 30's got some scrape marks on the side there, Ken. When did that take place? Your teammate there, Mr. Mike Goofy?
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure where that happened. I was taking a look at the front of Steve Weber's car. It looks like it's totally intact, so maybe he'll be okay.
Yeah,
That's another
good hit.
Well, that's another weird thing about this game. If the caution flag is out and you hit somebody, the chances of getting less damage or no damage increase a whole lot, because I've already under caution got into the back of somebody or spun and hit a wall and I had no damage at all.
I'm just checking on the 30 car. It looks like the 30 car is going to pull into the pits here. And he wanted to get a bonus point for leading a lap if he hadn't got it earlier. And that will put Matt Watkins back in the lead with the 18 of Robert Bokum back in second. And guess who's back in third? Mark Favorite.
Running up front most of the race in the beginning, and then had some sort of difficulty, fell back, and now he's right back up where he started from.
And that'll put John the Dog Palmer back in 5th place. What a great job by him, huh? To use that little strategy that we were talking about, 2-tire stop, got himself up there. Now he's got 4 tires under his car, and about, let me see what we got, 45 laps to go. I'm sorry, 42 laps to go. I can't get my math right, can I? It's 109 out of 47. So what does that give me?
We'll just figure 110. You got 37 more to go.
37 laps. There we go. And that's in the fuel window, you think, right?
It's going to be close, but those right side tires are really going to be screaming if you're out there that long for sure.
Well, if anybody knows how to save tires, it's going to be the 15 and the 18. So that 29 has got a long way to go to get back up front, and so he's hanging back in 10th position now. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to get a restart on lap 110, and that will give us 37 laps to go. So
Hey, wake up.
You're going to be flying out of here tomorrow, huh, Ken? You got yourself a little work vacation out in San Diego. Get some warm weather. Good for you.
Yeah, I'm going to get up at, what time? I guess 4:30, so I can get to my plane and take off at 10 minutes to 7.
And the green flag's out, and the 43 is on the inside. Was going to get lap down and try to get his lap back, and telling the drivers can just pretty much let him go here at this point. Touch the bottom and lets the 44 of Mark Favorite go, and 15 and the 18 pop out. And you think there's going to be any holding back now here? These two guys right here are tough competitors and rivals, and you can bet that they're going to be wanting them.
Most definitely. I don't think they're not going to hold anything back, because if I'm one of those two, I'm figuring within this 37 laps there's going to be a caution, so I would just go ahead and run it as hard as I can right now. Hope a caution comes out somewhere mid-run, go in and get 4 tires and do it all again. And I just got a little message here from Robert. Willie Harris and his family are watching, so there you are. They're the owners of Apple Collision Center, so we want to thank them for watching and give them a big howdy.
Well, I did check our viewership tonight. We're doing really great now, 36 people. are watching us tonight. So thanks for watching and tuning us in. Just kind of filling in tonight, having a good time for Greg Bernardo and Milt Minter, who usually do the broadcast. And the 18 takes the lead. We have a pass as soon as we start to bring up that Apple collision and that 18 of Robert Bokum. He goes and jumps to the inside of the 15 and commanding pass by the 18 there on the veteran Matt Watkins.
Well, see, he was waiting to hear that on the broadcast.
I guess.
He would make his move right then, so we'd be talking about Apple, and he'd put his car in front.
He sure did.
And one of our viewers tells me there, yep, going to be a caution for...
Well, we actually did really good. A lot of green flag laps tonight. Too bad we didn't get a green flag pit stop in.
Hey, wake up.
We were close. We were very close there at one time.
Now, I have a guy that poked me just a second ago trying to say that it's possible that this Matt Watkins is out there saving gas and tires. And I'm going to tell you, earlier when I just jumped out there, I could have swore I heard him clutching. So I was like, uh-huh. So we might see a little strategy playing into this event tonight here, huh, Ken? That would be something that Matt Watkins would be doing now. He'd let that 18 go out there and think he's going to be doing just fine, and meanwhile the 18's out there, the 15's out just rolling around, saving his tires, saving some gas. He's the king.
Huh. Well, I know I'm riding with the 15 right now. I don't see any signs of any clutching. Right, there we go.
You saw it, huh?
Yep. About halfway through turns 1 and 2.
And he knows where to clutch it too. And he loses that little bit.
You don't want to do that in 3 and 4. Although he just did in quick 2 seconds and back on it again.
It looks like the 18's going to follow suit. So it's going to be a gas conservation race here. We're down to 30 laps to go. And these guys are going to be really tight on fuel, and tires are not going to be in much better shape. Although these two guys right here are definitely going to be able to save some tires. Now I'm assuming the 44. I don't know if the 44 clutches or not. I don't think that 44 is clutching.
I don't think so. I mean, I've been trying to learn when and where and how to, but it's just a fine art, and until you can master it, you're not going to come out here on the track with, you know, the car counts that we have and try and learn how to clutch in front of everybody.
I'm not. Some people use a a pedal clutch. That's what I have, and others use a paddle or a button for clutching. So it's all on driver feel there. But clutching with with your left foot is not as easy as you might say your paddle or something like that, or a button.
Oh, we got one going around.
Excuse me, folks. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
I think the 108. I think Pops might have gotten into him. Of course, there's another circumstance where we stay green.
And it looks like you're right. And the 99 and the 108 get into each other. Pops does a great job, and so does the 108. And everybody behind him. Great job. Everybody keeps it straight. Looks like the 108 did hit the wall and probably had a little bit of damage, but good job by Dog.
And looks like Dave Jandry went up and scraped the outside wall, but got around okay.
How about that Mark Fravert, huh? TG Reese too.
They're all up there hanging tight. And with TG, it was that 2-tire stop that got him up front. He knows he can run with them. It was just a matter of getting track position. He took the gamble on the 2 tires early. Got him up in the top 5, and he's been running there most of the night now.
Well, with about 26 laps to go, 25, 26 laps to go, that Matt Watkins is showing that it looks like he's got enough fuel to do this, because he is putting the pressure on the 18 there. And they come up on a lapper of 9 of Ken Hansen. three Kens here. Ken Rahn, Ken Soska, Ken Hansen. How many Kens?
Yeah, just a year and a half ago I was the only one. Now everybody's here.
All kinds of Kens. Well, we should be setting ourselves up for a great finish here at Darlington under the lights. With 147 lap, 40% race. That's 40% of the real thing, in case you're wondering what that means. The real thing being a real Sunday show, NASCAR 500-mile race. Most of them are 500 milers. Or 500 laps if it's under a half-mile track. Or excuse me, it's a 4-mile track, right?
Yeah.
laps, yeah. It'll be 500 laps. Dover is 500 miles, and that's a hard, tough 500 miles. 500 laps. 500 laps.
And my teammate just moved up in the 50s, looking to get back up front again.
Yeah, I called earlier. I called the 30 and said that he had some damage. It doesn't look like it's affecting him if it does. And I thought I saw scrape marks on the 30, but maybe I was wrong. It is dark here at the speedway.
I don't see anything on the right side, but I know I did get up into the wall a little bit, but sometimes it's hard to tell.
Closing in at 20 laps to go. And this is setting up to be an exciting ending, I can tell you right now. That 18 and the 15. And there's the 44, hoping... oh, there goes the 53, looking to pass the 44 in the corner. And looks like everybody gets by cleanly.
TG probably has a ticker in his mind going, 20 laps to go. If you're going to do anything, do it now.
No, little time. And the 30 right behind him got the same idea. 30's looking awful strong there, that Mike Guidry. Last year I complimented Mike on what a great job he was doing, and he really has done a great job this year. It's just to win the Daytona 500 and a few races he's won this year already. He's one of the hot shoes here at FSB now for sure.
Looks like TG's pulling down the inside and letting him go.
Yeah, I just want to let the faster guy have a shot at these guys, and it looks like Mike is going to go for it.
I think it was Monday night we had a restart. I restarted third, and I was behind Robert or no, it wasn't Robert. It was somebody else and Matt. And I didn't take off on the start because I knew they were going to race each other hard, and I was just hoping they'd get into each other and I could steal one, but that didn't happen.
I'm going to close it in now to 19 more laps to go. Again, Robert Bulkin's your leader. 15 of Matt Watkins in second, 30 of Mike Guidry, the 53 of T.G. Reese, and the 44 of Mark Fraser. Down at the top 5. After that, we got the 6th of... Oh, sorry, 6th place is the 151 of Guy Petra. And the 99 is 7th. Fox Markison, 51 of Dave Chandry, who we didn't call his number much tonight, just kind of been laying back there. And 29 his teammate from Slim Sim Racing, Jeff Hale in 9th, and Steve the Web Weber.
Crinkled car and all.
Good job keeping that crinkled car on the racetrack, because it's not easy to do. Once they get some damage here, these cars are very, very hard to keep on the racetrack, so good job by the Web.
See, now you're starting to get into the point of the run where, okay, so let's say you've saved enough fuel, you have enough fuel to get to the end. Now you got to start worrying about who saved your tires the best, because now it's going to start to show up. And if I had to guess, I'm going to say these front 5 are going to start to get separated here in the next 4, 5, 6 laps or something like that, and that'll show you who was able to save tires and who's burning them up.
Well, I'm really amazed tonight, Ken, at the way these cars have stayed together in a pack almost all night long. When I've run here with a bunch of cars in any other division on any other night, we're all separated almost completely around the racetrack. There's just cars everywhere. But the guys have been staying in a pack tonight, and It's just phenomenal racing by them. What a bunch of talent here at FSB, and I don't know, we didn't really get into that tonight, just about how talented these drivers are. But you got to be pretty talented to race here. You just can't just come in and figure you're going to be able to whoop butt. Yeah, I'm a game player, I'm a sim racer, I'm a driver, I can do this. No, you got to have some skills, and you got to be able to learn how to work at it. And you know, being young and being one of these gamers, I think there's an advantage to it. But you better be. You see these old guys like Pops coming here, older guys, Pops, T.G. Reese, myself. Yeah, we still got a couple skills, and get a little bit of loose action going on, and loose is fast, and have a good time getting the car sideways and keeping it going.
Well, this is one thing that doesn't age discriminate. I mean, you can be 70, 80, 90 years old and come out here and whoop somebody at 16 just because you know how to think your way around the track more than just rip the car around there and hope for the best.
And we do have someone that take this very, very seriously. This is a sportsmanship league. It's based on sportsmanship, but we also have varying skills. What you might call beginner skills, intermediate skills, and advanced skills. But you also have different equipment, Ken, and we have people that different equipment makes the difference. And we have a few drivers here that have full simulators, full motion simulators, and those are so difficult to drive. I've been in one of them, and they are incredibly difficult to drive. Because they do jerk you around, and you have to get very, very used to them. Nicole drives one. Kenny Paul, great driver, also has a full motion simulator. He's been building his own actually for years.
Well, see now here you're starting to see that separation I was talking about.
You got it. And I was going to comment on that.
I think the 30 used up his tires getting up to those guys, and they were able to conserve theirs, so they're sticking sort of together. Mike's falling back a little bit, and then you have 2 1/4 seconds from Mike Guidry in third back to Mark Fravert in fourth. So tires are starting to play right now.
I think that 151 is going to start to reel in that Mark Fravert now too. So this is going to be one of the first times we've had almost a full run. So we're down to about getting close to 10 laps to go, and the full run here is about 42 laps, and you say it's about 36. So depending on fuel saving here, it's going to be interesting to see if anybody's going to run out or.
And that was based on the trucks in the Cup Series, so I don't know if these get a little bit better gas mileage or not, but in just a few laps that I ran out here tonight, and not to knock the Cup setup or the truck setup, but this was the best setup of the 3 that I ran, so it doesn't surprise me that, like you were saying, they were able to stay in a nice tight group like that all night, because this setup to me was the best of the 3.
Well, here we go. 10 laps to go. It's time pretty much for that Matt Watkins to make a decision. He's right up on the 18th bumper there. If the 15 wants to do it, this is about the time I figure he's going to want to do it. Let's do it, man. The 18 is strong off the turn 2 there.
Yeah, it seems like Matt will catch him a little bit coming down the front stretch, down through 3 and 4 and down the front stretch there, but Robert's able to get through 1 and 2 just a little bit better.
And then 8 laps to go. Robert Bokum, your leader. Apple Collision. Buick. He's running a Buick.
I believe if Matt Watkins can pull this one off, I think he'll have the sweep of the week. He won the Sport Cup, the Pro Cup, and now if he can win this one, he'll have the sweep for the week in Darlington.
That would be the trifecta. We have a blow up right in front of the leaders. The 72 blew up. Good job by him to get it down and off the racing surface, right in front of the leaders. You can see the big puff of smoke, and took it down there, and we stay green.
That would certainly make your heart skip a beat if you were the 18.
Sure would. And quite a finish here. 15's pulled back on the bumper. Oh, the caution did come
Caution's out.
Caution did come out, and this is going to be. We might get a restart of a green-white checker or a green checker. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. This race is not over yet. Even though we just got a caution on lap 141 with 6 laps to go.
I think we'll get a restart with 1 or 2 to go here, so we'll have a big-time shootout up front.
Let's see, I guess that motor blowing up did cause the caution. And do we have everybody coming into pits? Bokum's showing he's going to go into pits. I think he's going to fake it. I don't know, Ken. What do you think? They're heading to pit lane.
I can't
believe they are going to do it. I would stay out. I would just stay out with 5 laps to go. I would have been one cars to stay out there. I would have given this gamble. There's only going to be 2 laps, 1 lap to go.
But the thing of it is, in a no-win situation, if he stays out, everybody goes in. Matt comes out behind him on fresh tires. He's done. So he was almost forced to go down pit road here.
Wow, what a interesting set of events this is going to be. This restart is going to be very interesting. Now let's see when they get out of the pits here. Oh, we have a collision in the pits as the 44 is trying to go out. At the same time, the 99 is coming in. And the 18 doesn't make it out. The 18 probably took 2.
So did the 44.
Well, good job by the 44 to get out of the pits the way he did. And the 44 might, you know what? This has turned out to be a very interesting scenario.
So now I know Matt has 4, but with 1 or 2 laps, I guess he'd have enough time to get around them if he can.
And the way I'm seeing it on the scoreboard right now is that the 108 and the Dog Palmer and the 80 are probably going to come to pits, leaving the 29, who will take the gamble and probably stay out and try to win this race and steal it from everybody else with no tires. Let's see who does this now. It looks like the 29 is going to be the one that's going to stay out. He's got the 43 behind him. The 43 will be a lap down. And then Mark Fravert. And then Robert Bokum. And the 151 of Guy Petra. And then the 15 of Matt Watkins. What a set of events. Great finish these guys are putting on for us. Great show.
Yeah, with all these different tires, it's going to get a little wild up here, I'm afraid.
So let me see. I'm going to say they'll take the starter will pull the flag in on the next lap, which will be 144, 145. It's going to be a green-white checker, I'm thinking. So we'll probably have 2 good laps of green flag racing when it goes back green. So the 29, who's still clutching out there, I can see him clutching. I think he's running low on gas. Probably has enough, just wants to be sure. But then behind him, he's got the 43, who's probably a lap down. This is going to be the 10-lap rule. The 43 should be probably pitting next time around and ducking into the pits. If he doesn't, he might be facing a penalty. So hopefully he's very aware of that. And the 80 is hopefully typing him. That's Ed Finley, the admin, and letting him know that he should be going down.
Well, I think he probably waited an extra lap because he's damaged and way off the pace, and he just wants to make sure that he's the last car in line, so he's not in anybody's way.
Rick is a very conscientious driver. Yeah, he's pulling down now. You can see he's going to be going into pits. Very conscientious, smart driver, Rick Scotty.
So what do we have out here, Sam? We got the 29 with no tires. We got the 44 with 2 tires. The 18 with 2. The 151
with 2.
And then we got the
15 with 4.
54.
Probably 53 with 4. The 30 with 4. And the 99 with 4.
So now if I'm Jeff Hale, I hope I get a decent start.
Well, a caution could cause it
2
too.
Tires.
I mean, you could just get that quick caution. Let's see if the lights go out on the pace car. And they do.
They do.
And we're going to have a green, white checker 144, 45, sorry, 45, 46, 47, huh?
Yep. So now if I'm Jeff Hale, I'm hoping that 44, 18, and 151 get a decent start. But with 3 cars between him and the first guy with 4 freshies, I don't see anybody just letting Matt by. Especially the 18's not going to let him go by freestanding. So he's going to have to really claw his way up front. And I think Jeff's just hoping he can hold him off long enough to get that checkered flag.
Again, Jeff Hale is 65 or 66. Maybe a 67 Chevy Impala. On one of these days I'll ask him.
Well, if he wins the race, you can ask him afterwards in the broadcast booth.
Sure will. Well, hopefully stick around, folks. After we finish and take checkered flag, we'll grab the podium drivers, the top 3. Ask them to come up here and give us a brief minute and tell us how they did it. Pace car is going to pull into the pit lane, and Smokey gets his camera back on the right car there, number 29 of Jeff Hale.
And another thing you got to worry about is spinning your tires on the start here.
Well, if I'm the nervous one, I'm the 44 right now, because I haven't been in this position very much. And he has a real shot at winning this race. They can't pass to the back straightaway. Let's see what they do.
And that helps the 44 because if he's got those nerves, he knows he's there until he gets out of turns 1 and 2. He doesn't have to worry about anybody dive bombing him or anything. Oh,
we have the 29 gets
29's
into the inside
coming.
wall, and here comes the 15, going to get by the 44 maybe. The 18's already got by him. The 15 takes the shot to the inside. We have a loose car.
44's around.
Oh, great job by the 44 to save it. And the 15 takes the lead. The green flag stays out. What a bold move by Matt Watkins under the 18 in turns 3 and 4 to retake the lead. And it's not over here.
And you got T.G. Reese moved up to 3rd and Mike Guidry up to 4th.
Last lap, white flag.
There's your difference between two tires and 4 tires right here.
Absolutely. You'll see the huge difference with the 15 car. Able to just take the complete control under the in the turn under the 18 and just kind of turn it at will and gas it at will and go. Great job by Matt Watkins. He's going to cruise to another victory here at Darlington.
And good run by Robert for 2nd.
Awesome
and TG
job by
hanging in
Robert.
there for 3rd. TG in that 2-tire stop got him in position. Came out of here with third place tonight.
Yep, good job by TG. 30 will finish 4th. That's Mike Guidry will finish 4th. 151 of Guy Petra finished. Pop Smargerson finished 6th. And the 83 of Steve Webb finishes a great 7th. No damaged car and all. Mark Pravert finishes 8th. And the 29 finishes 9th. That's Jeff Hale. And the 80 of Ed Finley. Good job by him, finishing 10th. Follow the rest of the order here. And the 108 11th. 51 12th. 9th 13th. 72 of Mike Pruitt 14th. And the 43 of Rick Biscona 15th.
So another exciting finish there, Sam.
Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, your winner for tonight. The 15 getting totaled out there by his buddies. A good job by Matt Watkins to take a very, very smart crew chief there to take that 4 tires. Well, he pulled the hat trick. There it is.
I wouldn't have bet on
wake up.
it being where he was, but good job. Took those 4 tires and was able to work his way up there. He knew whenever he got the run on the Robert going into that turn 3, I believe it was. He knew the tires would stick where Robert was going to slide a little bit with him being a little bit older.
And there they are, the teammates clobbering each other out there. But good job by Matt Watkins again. Let's see if we can get these guys up into the booth. And Ken Rahn, I want to thank you for joining us tonight here. Me, Sam Young. Sam Young. You joined Sam Young. Ken Rahn. Sounds Chinese.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, Sam. I'll go down here and see if I can get these guys up here.
User left your channel.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We did have 21 cars start the event. It looks like about 9 of them retired at one point during the race. Ken Soska was the last to retire.
User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel.
And we can hear that our drivers are getting pulled up here by Ken Rahn.
User was moved to your channel. User joined your channel.
Well, I hear 3 people
right,
were moved in here, so I'm going to start with it. Matt Watkins, what a bold move at the end. 4 tires, but you had nothing but traction getting up underneath those guys that had taken 2 tires on that last stop. Awesome, smart decision by your crew chief to take that 4, huh?
Yeah, I guess that's the right call. I shocked anybody took 2 tires. It'll kind of pan out if you run a couple laps, but on the first couple laps, it's really shaky on a couple 2 tires. So it was an exciting race. I warped out, I think, at some point in the race and lost a lap, so I had to come back from that and stuff like that. But that was a fun race. I had a good time there.
Oh, great job, Matt. Your warp out actually coincided with something that happened on my internet at the same time. I lost and dropped out our broadcast for a quick heartbeat there. So that was interesting that it happened at the same time that you warped out.
Yeah, I saw the TG warp out too, like when I was right behind him. So at first I thought it was him, but apparently it was me and maybe a couple others. I was gone for a little bit, and it happens. Kept at it.
Well, great job. Great job to get your lap back and get back up there and win this thing. You pulled the track. Ken said you pulled the trifecta this week. You won the Darlington at Pro Cup and Sport Cup and here. Great job, man. Ken, you got anything?
Thank you.
Well, I was just gonna ask TG what he thought about his strategy. We were watching it on the screen there. You were sort of towards the middle to the back, and then all of a sudden you took like a 2-tire change, and that seemed to give you track position, and that changed your whole night. It kept you up in the top 5, 6 all night.
Well, I don't know. TG might have ran to the bathroom. We don't know. But anyway, Robert Bokum is here. Way to go, Robert. Great run by you. Just another awesome run again tonight. And we know the Apple Collision guys were watching. And thanks again for having them aboard with us for the series. But tell us what happened out there tonight.
Oh, yeah. I want to give a shout out to the guys at Apple Collision Center. Willie Harris, the owner, his family were watching. I took 2 tires. If I had to do it, I'd do it again because, I mean, it's just too hard. Too many people were making too many different choices right there at the end. I checked up just enough for when the 29 and the 44 got loose off the corner. And Matt had the big run on the straightaway. And when I went to, if I'd have turned down any more in 3 and 4, I'd have just hit him and knocked me in the wall. So it was just best to stay up and let the car roll through the corner and just take it on from there. Like I said, I felt like we were 2 of the fastest cars all night. And I feel pretty good because it's definitely not my track. This is definitely Matt's track. I think he has a sleeping bag. He sleeps here half the time. So to finish second, like I said, and be competitive with him all night, I'm pretty happy with that.
Well, great job. And you guys should be pretty lucky that I managed to pull Ken Rahn off the racetrack tonight because he might have given you a little bit of grief out there. He's pretty good at these tracks, too.
You better watch Ken Rahn on short tracks. I texted him last night, and he had a great truck last night in New Hampshire, and of course, you pretty much took if I'd had any stickers on my back bumper at all last night during your front bumper now, because you gave me all I could handle last night. But that's what it's all about, having good competitive fun, and we never made contact. We raced each other hard, and that's what makes the fun of it.
Well,
Yeah,
that-
I told Sam this is my favorite track, but I would give it up and let somebody else have a chance at you two guys up front there.
Well,
Thank you.
I never really liked this track, but me and Matt used to be teammates, and I learned a lot running behind him. And we're decent at it now. Definitely not, like I said, I can't really go as hard, but I feel pretty competitive at it now. And like I said, 4 tires or 2 is just one of the decisions. It's the worst part being the freaking leader and having a freaking caution come out right there at the end because you got to make a choice. And like I said, you got to live with it. But we still able to bring it home. But congratulations, May. Drove a good race. And Mark Fravor had a great car all night. And there was a lot of good cars up front all night. But great job to Mark Fravor and TJ. They both were very competitive tonight.
Well, we've seen that Matt Watkins up there early. Matt, we was watching you on that last fuel run. I think you guys pitted around with about 42 to go. And did you have enough to make it? We heard you clutching.
Yeah, that was good on fuel. I think I was gonna try to go really hard, 5 to go, but I saw Mike blow it right in front of me, and I was like, he tried his hardest to pull it out the track in time, but as soon as he blew up, he pulled out the track, but this
Good job by
came
him
out.
too.
So yeah, he did a really good job getting off the track. But some tracks like these, it's like the second you blow up, no matter what you do, a caution's gonna come out. So it happened, but yeah, I was about a lap too good on fuel.
Well, we had a couple instances, and we had kind of predicted it early too. That we had a couple instances where we had 3 or 4 cars wrecking down on the inside and no caution. So then a little blow up, a little bit of debris caution. Next thing you know, we're out here tooling around. But was TG? Are you back here yet, TG Reese?
Yeah, I'm here.
Welcome back. I know you probably took a quick break there after the race. Don't blame me. But congrats, man. Great job. Ken Rahn, you got something for him? Because we were complimenting on what a great job you were doing with your 2-tire strategies.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Seemed like earlier in the race you were like mid-pack or somewhere and around there, and then all of a sudden one pit stop you decide to take 2 tires. I would imagine just for track position. And then that seemed to change your whole night around where you stayed easily in the top 5 or 6 then the rest of the night. Is that what you were trying to do there?
I thought I'd try to and just get out in front, see if I could stay out a few laps in front. I knew it wouldn't last long, but I lost several more places than what I realized. The next run was a little longer than I was hoping. Biggest thing that hurt me was I slid through the pits or got too close to the wall and slid through my pit in one stop, and then backing it up and pulling it back forward, I lost first gear, so that hurt me. I lost 2 or 3 places just in that one stop. But the rest of the race, I just did what I needed to do. I stayed off the wall. I don't think I touched the wall until the last lap. I just brushed a little bit. That's all I was trying to do, and got a little lucky.
Well, that's what I told Sam before the race. I said, I don't care if you're Matt Watkins, Robert Bokum, Mark Fravor, John Palmer, you're going to come out of here with a Darlington stripe. I don't care what you try and do.
Actually, I think it's the first Darlington race that I didn't have damage on, so I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I made it to the last lap. Just letting fast guys go by and seeing what happened later on. Got a good finish out of it.
Well, you got a great program this year, TG. You're doing a great job, and we're going to end this broadcast pretty soon. But I want to say thanks for letting us do it. Ken and I decided that once in a while we don't mind doing this and having a little bit of fun doing it, put it on for you guys. But hopefully, Greg and Milty will be back doing it regular full time again soon. But if not, we'll see you again next time. And great win by Matt Watkins. Good finish there. Finishing second, Mr. Robert Bokum and TG Reese rounding out the top 3. Good job by you.
We appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
But I didn't get to hear y'all last week because I was blinking like a redneck Christmas tree, so I couldn't hear it. But tonight I listened to y'all, and y'all both did a great job. It's definitely good to hear. It definitely makes a difference when you have drivers like you and Ken and Greg doing the broadcast and knowing what the car's going to do and stuff. So it makes it interesting listening to.
No, thanks, guys. Well, we'll see you again for the next one. Ken, Ron, thanks for helping me out again tonight. Great job, and we'll see you guys for the next one. And it's Michigan off to Michigan next week, and we'll see what happens in the point battle for that race.
Take care, guys. Good win, Matt. And TJ, good race.
Thank you.
Good run,
guys.
Robert. Matt,
Good run,
some of
fellas.
that